water's ready. The kettle sits upon the blue and the dancing flame, a solitary object with a very simple name. The heat is building slowly in the center of the steel, making the transition absolutely real. The bubbles are a rhythm and the bubbles are a song, moving with the energy. It is beautiful and strong. I hear the first vibration of the tiny little throat, preparing for the high and for the solitary note. It starts as a whisper and it starts as a sigh, rising to a challenge and rising to the sky. A whistle that is piercing and a whistle that is clear, erasing every worry and erasing every fear. The sound is like a signal in the middle of the dark, searching for a meaning and searching for a spark. The steam is rushing out in a jet of silver white, defeating every particle of a heavy city night. The chef reaches out with a steady human hand, the coolest and the sharpest in the entire land. He lifts the heavy handle and the music starts to fade, following the decision that the master lately made. The water pours in a river of the crystal and the heat, making the salvation and the moment so complete. A ceremony of the ritual and of the everyday, chasing all the boring and the weary blues away. High and clear, hear it near. Rising heat, perfect beat. The sound of the kettle, a melody of life, cutting through the struggle and cutting through the strife. A riffing and a beautiful and a solitary call, witnessed by the shadows and the wooden handled wall. The silence that follows is a heavy kind of weight, a sanctuary offered by the hands of the fate. The echoes of the whistle are still ringing in the ear, confirming that the magic is eventually here. We watch the water meeting with the leaves of the tea, opening the portals of the opportunity. The steam is like a message that is written in the air, a magnificent and beautiful and solitary prayer. Everything is purposeful and everything is slow, the only kind of rhythm that I really wanna know. The kettle is the heartbeat of the midnight diner's room, a radiant light that's shining through the temporary gloom. It speaks of the preparation and it speaks of the care, hanging in the humid and the heavy city air. We are but observers of the simple and the true, in the middle of the night for me and for you. The flame is turned to nothing and the heat begins to die underneath the cover of the cloudy urban sky. But the resonance is permanent, it's a fire in the bone, helping us to face the world and not feel all alone. The sound of the kettle is a legacy of sound, the finest kind of sanctuary that I have ever found. So let the water boil and is steeping slowly in the pot of the clay, a prelude to the breaking of the coming morning day. I feel a sense of lightness and I feel a sense of grace, suspended in the center of the solitary space. A kettle is a symbol of the spirit and the mind, leaving all the trouble and the static far behind. A masterpiece of metal and a masterpiece of art, a permanent and beautiful and human-handled part. So thank you for the whistle and thank you for the heat, for making every ordinary moment look so sweet. The sound of the kettle is the anthem of the night, for helping us to face the coming and the blinding light. The midnight diner is a sanctuary made of sound, where the true and silent essence of the soul is always found. I walk back to the street with the rhythm in the head, long after every single word of love has been said. High and clear, hear it near, rising heat, perfect beat, the sound of the kettle, a melody of life, cooking through the struggle.